In the words of Colleen Atwood, costumes are really the first impression that you have of a character before they even open their mouth. It really helps to establish who they are. And for me, I believe that the collaboration of creating that character comes in the wardrobe fitting, where the designer, the director, and the actor are all trying to flesh out what this person should look like. What makes this person believable? I see costuming as an art form that is like, it's just a three-dimensional art form. That's why when I went to Art Center and I got out, I was like, I started out making costumes, and then I just got into the problem solving of putting things together, making them happen. The problem is that as a designer, you don't get the actors till their deal is done. So you may have in your head, oh, they're going to look like this. But then in reality, you'll get a person who looks completely different than that, or who is a completely different size than that. So you really can't do a lot until you have the actor. And then the minute you get the actor, you're in a time crunch to get the fittings done, to make that collaboration happen, to make that character jump from the page, the written page, into a real three-dimensional character. For me, to provide an environment where people can get what they need, cheap and fast and friendly, and nobody's giving them a hard time, and they can do what they need to do, that's what we try to accomplish here. Every costume house has its own sort of little niche market that is important to them. Warner Brothers tends to be more focused on contemporary clothes, whereas Western and costume rental company tend to be more focused on uniforms. We specialize in sort of the 1920s to the present, mostly 50s to the present. I've tried to create a space that's like an intuitive shopping experience, so you can figure out, oh, the shoes from the 60s are probably right here with the 60s clothes, you know. I've tried to make it all make sense. This is our research library, which was, most of it was donated by the Costume Designers Guild. It's open for students, it's open for other designers, it's open for anybody in the industry who wants to do research. So these are from 47 Ronin, which we literally got in 4 armies of samurai costumes, which we're super excited about because there aren't samurai costumes like this anyplace. I'm sure they did a ton of research on what the samurai actually wore. They would have had to have come up with the design and then trained people how they wanted them made and laced together to get the effect they wanted. And then this is the Oblivion stuff where the aging and dying is part of the design. So it's in here, and then when you clean it, it doesn't move, it doesn't leave. It's painted on, they're specialists, it's like a specialty area of costuming is the aging and dying, and this stuff is all really beautifully done. It's really your job to get into the director's head and figure out what they're looking for, how they see the character, what type of clothing they see the character in. The best situation is where an actor will trust somebody they've been working with and just let them do it and trust that they're going to look the best that they could possibly look. But the important thing in any business is relationships and a designer's relationship with the actress and with the director, and trying to make that happen is, you know, the clothes are secondary to making the relationship work.